Hello, Year 5. In this video, I'm going to summarize all what you took in today's session about prime factorization. Before starting to talk about prime factorization, we need to revisit an old concept that we took earlier this week, which is prime and composite numbers. Prime numbers are the numbers that have only two factors. There is already a video that I uploaded to YouTube in my channel that explains to you the difference between prime numbers and composite numbers. So please go back to this video if you need more explanation, but just to remind you very quickly of what a prime number is. It is a number that has only two factors, as you see here on the screen. Only two factors, 1 and itself. Like 3, it has only 1 and 3, 1 in itself as factors, so 3 is a prime number, 5 the same case, 7 and 11 also the same case. All right, going back to prime factorization, here to prime factorize we use a method that is called the column method. The column method. All right, how do we do this? We write here on the left side of the column the number that we need to factorize. The number that we need to factorize here is 16. So you just write here on the left side 16. Okay. And then we have here division sign. So to prime factorize, we divide. To prime factorize, we divide. Okay, but we divide only by prime numbers. We divide only by prime numbers. Okay, so here 16. To divide 16 by prime number, you're gonna find that we have two. You might find, someone might say, Mr. I can divide by 2. Yes, great, it's a prime number. Someone else might say, Mr. I'm gonna divide it by 4. Well, dividing it by 4 is not wrong. Well, actually, you can divide 16 by 4, but here in our case and in this lesson, it is going to be wrong because 4 is not a prime number. So only dividing it by 2 is going to be accepted. So 16 divided by 2, 16 divided by 2 is going to give us 8. All right? So you write down here 8. Then we divide again. We need to divide again. What do we need to divide the 8 by? Well, this is Farida. 8, we need to divide 8 by what? By 2. Exactly, because if I try to divide it by 4, no, 4 is not a prime number. So dividing it by 2 is the only option that I have at the moment, which will give us 4. 8 divided by 2 is 4. We write the 4 here under the 8. Then here you divide the 4 by a prime number, and it is still 2. You divide by 2, which will give us, again, 2. Then we still need to divide 2 by a prime number. Dividing 2 by 2 is still the only case that we have now, or the only number that we can divide it by now, which will give us 1. Once you reach 1, we stop. So we don't stop until we reach 1. So you're gonna find that the last division process is going to be dividing a number by itself to give us at the end 1, then you stop. All right, so the answer here is 16. The prime factors, so the prime factors of 16 are, we write it this way, 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. This is how we write the answer. This is the final answer, and this is how we write it. We don't answer it, guys. Don't say 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, multiplied by 2 is 8, multiplied by 2 is 16. Mister, the answer is 16. No, the answer is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. Okay, guys? These are the prime factors of 16, and this is how we do the prime factorization. We took these numbers here on the right side. All right, let's have another example here. 42. To prime factorize 42, we're going to write it here on the left side of the column, like what we did with the 16. What are we going to divide 42 by? Someone might say, oh, mister, I'm going to divide it by 2. It's an even number. No problem at all. Someone else might say, mister, I'm not going to divide it by 2. I'm going to divide it by 7. 42 is in the 7 times table, and 7 is a prime number. Well, your answer is going to be right too, because both of you are dividing by a prime number. Someone might choose to divide by 2. The final answer is going to be right. Someone might see that he needs to start dividing by 7. Both of you are going to have the same answer at the end. So here, dividing it by 7 will give us 6. Then we divide the 6 by what? Well, one of you might say, I'm going to divide it by 3. Good. It's going to be correct. Someone else might say, mister, I'm going to divide it by 2. Still correct. 2 or 3, both of them are going to lead you to the same final answer at the end. All right, so here dividing it by 3 will give us here 2. Then I need to divide by a prime number. Well, the only prime number that you can divide 2 by is just itself, 2, which will give us at the end 1. Now I finished this. So the final answer, as we agreed, is this. The prime factors of 42 are, then we take the numbers that are here on the right side, 7 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2. Here is the answer. We took it from here, the right side. Let's try, if someone says, and actually many of you might do this. Many of you might say, Mr. I'm going to start dividing by not 7 like what we did here in the first answer. They might choose to divide by 2, which is still a prime number. As long as it's a prime number, perfect. Keep going. It's going to lead you to the same answer at the end. Dividing it by 2 is going to give us 21. Dividing it 21 by what? Oh, 21, I can divide it by 7. All right, divide by 7. It's a prime number. It's going to lead you to the same right answer. Someone else might say, no, mister, I'm going to divide by 3, and 3 is a prime number. Great, keep going. Divide by 3, which would give him here 7. Then 7, you cannot divide it by any prime number except itself, because it's already a prime number. So 7 divided by 7 is going to give us 1. And then the final answer is going to be the prime factors of 42 are 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7, which is the same as this. It's just a different order. It is the same. 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7 is exactly the same as 7 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2. Someone else might even have a different order, which is maybe 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 7. As long as you have in your answer 1, 3, 1, 2, and 1, 7, then your answer is going to be right at the end. That's everything about the lesson that we took today. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to text me on either Google Classroom or ClassDojo. Thank you.